We work with what we have.
Before we get into today's video, I'd like to talk about simply put, ego gives you the confidence you need to believe that you're actually worthy of your desires and that you have value. You are amazing. You are funny. You can get that guy, or maybe you can get that girl, because you deserve what you want. Why not, right? I bring up ego because I want to talk about something that, let's be honest, nobody cares about. You don't care about the Golden Globes. But guess what? I believe that I have what it takes to make this somewhat entertaining enough for you to stick around to the end. I think with enough passion, personality, and some self-awareness will get me to the end of this. I know I'm enough of a character to make this topic happen. What? Did you think I was going to talk about how Hollywood is full of egos? So I've never watched an award show for film, but this year NBC has blessed with streaming it on Peacock. Thank you very much. Eventually I just Googled the phrase Golden Globes and lo and behold, controversy. I personally want to address a few key points that's happened over the past 2 years. So the Golden Globes are an awards show essentially held in January every year for television and movies, in which the winners are selected by a group of 100 or so critics and journalists that make up the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Bunch of dweebs, right? Now, the Oscars are specifically just for movies, which are held in late February, and the winners are determined by the American Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences. And they have about 10,000 members. Just to clear up some of this lingo, because it's kind of confusing at first, initially, if you don't know what the hell these awards are. So in 2021, it was found that the HIFPA had 0 black members in its group of 87 members. Now, personally, I think that's kind of ass, because I can't imagine a 6-year-old white man watching Friday or Menace to Society and going, some movies just aren't for everyone, so you do need some spice thrown into the white mix. On top of that, they were also accused of accepting offers from movie studios, including thousands of dollars, trips, and gifts just so they could win the Golden Globe Award. And so some actors stopped supporting the whole thing. Tom Cruise gave away his 3 Golden Globes, while some actors just voiced their opinions on the whole thing. 2 years later to now, the HIFPA are now accepting members across the whole United States and not just California, and any sorts of gifts and trips cannot be accepted anymore. Which, for example, if you don't understand the whole trips thing, Netflix invited them out to Paris in support of Emily in Paris, and that year, 2021, Emily in Paris received 2 Golden Globe nominations. They also got rid of their president, which... that dude is 88 in that photo. Remember what I said about Menace to Society? After not doing a live broadcast of the show back in 2022 and having 0 celebrities at their private event, they're back in full swing for 2023 with their first black host, Gerard Carmichael. Their first one. Oh yeah, and Brendan Fraser didn't come to the Globes this year because old 88-year-old back in 2003. And now for the fun part. You know, I've often heard that award shows aren't award shows and that nobody watches them or cares for them. Now, I kind of understand that in the way that I don't really care about sports. And as for them not being award shows, well, personally, I saw 24 awards given out that night. So regardless of whatever points of views, agendas, or whatever circle jerk conspiracy theories that go on at these things, my reason for watching was fulfilled. So yeah, these are my sports. There are only 2 times a year where I can watch movies go head to head in a bloodbath, and they're the Globes and the Oscars, so I'm having my moment. Thank you very much. I only went in with 3 categories in mind. Best Picture for Drama, which I was rooting for Elvis or Top Gun. Best Actor in a Drama, which again I was rooting for Austin Butler. or Brendan Fraser. And finally, Best Director, Baz Luhrmann, Elvis, again, obviously. That man has made 2 of my favorite movies. With those 3 in mind, only 1 turned out in my favor, but you know what? It's okay. When I saw Austin Butler win, I was so emotional and filled with joy that I stood up, exclaiming, just making noises, cheering, slammed my phone on the ground, and I remember, not on the ground, on the couch, and I remember just the whole time when the nominees when the nominees were being shown, I had chills and my heart was racing.
You know, I want to thank my mom out there for never giving up on me. She gave me everything I ever wanted. Elvis, I'll never forget you.
Thank my mom, who I know is smiling down right now. Mama, I love you so much. Thank you for sacrificing so much for me. And lastly, Elvis Presley himself, and I love you so much. Thank you. You are remembered, and I will never forget.
No, but seriously, I've been rooting for that man since June to win one of these hyped up prestigious awards, and I'm just so glad it came through that I don't even care that my other 2 expectations came out poorly. It was honestly a pretty happy moment for me. The winners I appreciated as the show went on were Pinocchio for Best Animated Picture. Was it picture? I don't know, I'll put a photo up. You guys seriously need to go watch that. I vouch for that movie. The first half was annoying to me, but the second one takes the cake, and that ending, waterfalls. Evan Peters for Best Actor in a Limited Series. Dahmer speaks for itself, I'm not even gonna get into that. Zendaya for Best Actress in a Television Show. Euphoria carried the first quarter of 2022, so thank you for that. And the third one I found myself caring about was Tyler James Williams winning Best Supporting Actor in Television. It's nice to see that the Everybody Hates Chris star is actually doing well in life now and not just some child star that drifted off. I just lost a whole second half of this video, so everything from here on out is a second take. Let's get back into it. I have only seen a few random scattered episodes of Better Call Saul, and I enjoyed them. The show is highly praised, and look, I can sympathize. The show has never won an Emmy or a Golden Globe, which again, these are high prestige awards, and the show ended back in August. So you could imagine my disappointment when House of the Dragons won Best Drama Series. I did read somewhere that new shows have more favor over recurring shows that already exist. And I don't know too much on the topic and the awards, whatever, to provide further comment. Maybe Better Call Saul will get their Emmy. Best Musical or Comedy, Abbott Elementary. Look, I'm sure the show is great. I even wanted to watch it back when it first released. I did. And even the location of where the series takes place is pretty close to home. But Wednesday Lost? Wednesday Lost? Yo, I was telling my friend, bro, you can't compare school teachers to the exceptional, magical, fantastical world that Wednesday has and all of its quirkiness. Ugh. I'm just saying, it's pretty unique in comparison to all the nominees. And again, Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy. The creator of Abbott Elementary won. So that's 3 awards that they had so far. Jenna Ortega lost, and I'm just saying, she went from about 9 million followers to 30 million followers after Wednesday released. That's pretty impressive. I'm just saying, man. And it's one of Netflix's most streamed shows. And that's all I have to say on my disappointments. Besides the awards, there were some pretty funny moments that made it worth watching, starting with the host. Gerard Carmichael started with a monologue talking about how the reason he was host was because he was black, and made jokes all throughout the show after the commercial breaks, including how he found Tom Cruise's 3 Golden Globes backstage.
Backstage, I found these 3 Golden Globe Awards that Tom Cruise returned.
I'm gonna include a link in the description that shows some of what he said, along with Eddie Murphy saying this.
And keep Will Smith's wife's name mouth!
There was also a pianist there named Chloe Flower who would play the piano during commercial breaks, and along with me and everyone else, thought she was also playing during everybody's speeches. After the actors were on stage for a while and they were talking for like maybe a minute, 30 seconds, you would hear this tune play, and some of the actors made a comment about that. Here are the 2 that stuck out to me.
Everywhere, all at once. Shut up, please. I can beat you up, okay?
You could at least play Suspicious Minds or something.
Chloe had to clear things up with the actors after they got on stage, and even Gerard made a comment about how it was just a track playing and not Chloe herself playing the music. Some people even defended her online, saying that everyone needed to chill and just relax. She was just doing her job. But personally, I thought the jokes were pretty funny. Like, come on, it's just jokes. These are people going through something really big. It's a huge experience for them. Winning an award like this on stage, they're in the heat of the moment, giving a speech, and the last thing they want to do is to feel rushed. That is not a good sentence, but you get what I'm saying. And last but not least, the show started exceptionally strong when Ke-Huy Quan, the little kid from The Goonies and the third Indiana Jones movie, won Best Supporting Actor. I didn't even know he was in Everything Everywhere All at Once until this past weekend. His speech is pretty amazing, and it's a little emotional, and it's 1000% worth checking out in its full entirety.
For so many years, I was afraid that I had nothing more to offer. That no matter what I did, I would never surpass what I achieved as a kid.
Because I love you too much, baby. I learned that there is a lot of stuff I haven't seen. As a fan of film, I know shit. Woo! These categories have given me a lot of content to watch, such as The Fabelmans, which stole Best Director and Best Drama from Elvis, and The Banshees of Inisherin won Best Comedy, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Screenplay. I mean, this shit sweeped the awards. And I never heard of it until the Globes. And a show called The White Lotus. I remember the episodes releasing at the same time as Euphoria, and I did have a little bit of interest in checking out the show, but I didn't know it had this much chatter surrounding it. I need to respect television a little more. My final note is on the topic of award shows dying. I've only seen about 3 of them in the past 5 years, so I hold no loyalty to them. You can just Google them after the show's over, or pay attention to a live feed. I have put in a good amount of effort into this discussion, so I just find it best to include this as my ending. One complaint is that everyone's a critic and you're not gonna like every winner. I personally expressed some disappointment that I had, but I respect the winners. For every movie I watch, I like to check out the Rotten Tomatoes scores, and sometimes you will see a fat gap between what the critics thought, or the dweebs as I've been saying, or the audiences. Sometimes a movie breaks barriers in the box office, but that is not enough, apparently. Avengers Endgame at some point was the highest grossing movie and still holds records such as the fastest movie to break $1 billion, which is 5 days. But you know what? It didn't get a nomination for a Golden Globe or an Oscar, which again, these are the highly prestigious awards that a film can get. These are just 2 examples that one can argue towards award shows not being fair. Viewership has been going down in these past few years, but these events still spread awareness. Look at me, I left the Golden Globes with 2 movies and a series that I want to watch. Awareness never hurts, but the future is uncertain. Me, I'll happily watch because like I said, these are sports. These are my film Olympics. It's nice to see all those people together and all the smiles that they're sharing. It even inspires me because I do dream of my life being more. And with every video I upload, I'm another step closer to achieving that. A different video was supposed to release this past Tuesday, but I thought maybe if there are enough talking points, I can write about this. And I wrote way more than I thought possible at about 1900 words. Seriously, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you have any questions, drop a freaking comment. I love doing the bit of research and bringing some awareness to the field I'm most interested in. I seriously have no one else to talk to about this because as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, nobody cares. Thank God I finished that. I speed ran this second take so fast, had less pauses, fuller sentences. I spoke without cutting so much, but literally a few minutes before I started recording this second take, it was announced that Lisa Marie Presley passed away from a cardiac arrest. She passed away from cardiac arrest, and that really hit me. My heart goes out to her family, everyone that's been involved in her life over the past few years. That shit really fucking sucked to hear. And throughout this whole video, I just pushed through the emotion of, you know, putting on the little energetic character, but man, I'm sad deep down. I'm sad deep down. Oh my gosh, I have no words. I just saw her 2 days ago on TV at the Golden Globes to support the movie Elvis and just Austin Butler and the director Baz Luhrmann.
And the Presley family, thank you guys. Thank you for opening your hearts, your memories, your home to me. Lisa Marie, Priscilla, I love you forever.
What was it like watching Austin on stage and during this movie and the making of this movie?
It was mind-blowing, truly mind-blowing. I really didn't know what to do with myself after I saw it.
Yeah.
I had to take like 5 days to process it. And, you know, I'm here to support Austin and Baz on the film, and I'm so excited, and I hope he wins. You know, he deserves it.